Welcome to A&R 360, where we take a 360 wide-ranged, wide-perspectived view of residents of Antigua and Barbuda. Today I have a conversation with George Mack. He's the first ever coconut vendor in Antigua, Barbuda to bottle his product on the island. I got to know George. I also got to know how he came to start his coconut business and how coconut water practically saved his life after having kidney failure in not one, but both of his kidneys. And George answers the key question of the day. Why is his coconut water so sweet? Does he actually throw sugar into his water? He says no, and he tells us why. Here's George's story. All right, Mac, how long you been selling coconut and selling coconut water?
Since 1990.
And how did it start? Talk to me about how it started.
Okay, how it started? I was sick in the hospital with a kidney problem. Both kidneys was shut down, and make story short, I recovered by drips, after several drips, and then because I didn't have no dialysis machine at that time. So what happened now? I recovered, and the doctor sent me home, and the doctor told me drink a lot of water, and preferably coconut water. So when I came out, I had a little car, and I run around and looking coconuts. While looking coconuts, people stop me and say, "Oh, sell me a coconut, sell me a coconut." So while I'm selling coconuts, I couldn't go back on my job because I was still weak. And then I leave my job and start selling coconut. And I was on Airport Road. I was up on Airport Road. And while selling the coconuts, people come with different ideas and tell me, why don't put them in bottles and, different ideas. And that's how I started, put them in bottles.
And that was back in 19 what?
When I started putting them in bottles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in about 93.
93, okay.
Yeah.
And this location that we're here at Old Palm Road.
Old Palm Road.
You've been at this location since 93?
No.
Where did it start?
I was still at up by Sealy on Airport Road.
Oh, okay. Why move from Sealy to Old Palm Road?
Well, while I was at Sealy, there was a problem with a vehicle coming around the corner because I used to have a lineup for coconut. You understand? Because sometimes I used to have a cooler where I put the whole coconut in there, and I used to sell them like whole from the shell itself. So a lot of people used to like that. But I had to stop it because I had a problem with my hand, dipping my hand in the whole thing all the time. So I had to stop it. And they had a problem with the traffic, so I had to move from there and find somewhere else. And that's how I came down here.
About the jelly. I see it's nicely packed and shaved, everything. Right. Talk about a little bit about the jelly and a little bit about the water.
Okay, so how I do this, it's a lot of work. I clean it. First I scoop it out from the shell, and then I get it clean nicely. Then I cut it up and package it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fresh, huh?
It's fresh.
You do that every morning?
I do it every morning.
Okay.
Yeah,
that takes a lot of work. Take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
How much time it takes?
Well, I get up like sometimes 2, sometimes 3 o'clock. It depends on how much I'm gonna do. Yeah, but sometimes I get up like 2 o'clock.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I will finish about 8 o'clock. Then I'll come out here for 9.
So your work day starts at 2 a.m.
Yep.
And what time does your work day finish?
About 5.
About 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I see your nephew or your son.
Well, my son.
Oh, yes, your son.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a help. I'd imagine school is out now, so he's a little help.
Yeah, a little help. Not
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on the water, what process does the water go through?
I cut the young ones and I mix them with the mature ones so you can get a flavor, a better flavor.
A blend.
Blend. That's right.
People in Antigua love blend.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, and I blend them together, put them in a bucket and taste before bottling. Make sure you have a good flavor and know what the customers want. You understand? So, and then I bottle, strain them with a strainer and bottle them. Buy the bottles. The bottles are brand new bottles. We don't use reuse bottles. Brand new bottles every day. And the covers come with a seal on it. So when you tighten it, seal the bottle. Right. So you get a sealed bottle of coconut water, cold every day.
So let me ask you concerning the sweetness, because I've had your coconut water. It's very nice. I mean, it's cold, it's nice, and it's sweet. You add sugar to it?
No.
So how it comes to sweet?
You see, that's a technique. Most of our coconut called dwarf coconut, and they're very sweet. Sometimes you have to dilute it with a young coconut. You understand? Because they're very, very sweet. So now, even now, I'm getting them from Dominica, and my products coming in from Dominica, right? Yes, I let them know exactly what I want. You understand? Dwarf coconut and the mature one, mostly mature one. Those are the sweet ones.
Okay.
That's why my water always sweet.
Yeah,
That's why people are always coming.
And I really thought it was sugar maybe or something that you add to it. But it's just coconut and coconut, a blend.
Yes, a blend.
How does a coconut water vendor do?
Well, I can speak for myself. My business does very well, especially on the weekend, Friday, Saturday. Those are my fastest days. Yeah, it does very well. Sometimes I come out on Sunday. And Sunday, sometime is good. It seems like Carnival, yeah, it's a good time for me. So I have to make sure I have my coconut stock.
When does Carnival start for you?
Carnival start for me like next week. Call it that. Like next week, Carnival start. You see, you know what I'm saying?
Is it because people are coming back home? I know a lot of people from overseas love things they miss from.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's one, and some of the business places, yeah, they find me for the coconut water because they sell it with rum, then they you know, or whatever they do with it. So I get most of my sales from the business. There are low times when we have weather like a lot of rain. When we have a lot of rain, it seems to me like people don't buy a lot of coconut water when it's, you know, a lot of rain. That's my low time.
Okay.
That's my only low time. But as long as the sun is up and good, I'm alright.
Some of your best customers are who?
Locals, believe it or not. One or two, maybe a few, I will say, visitors, like white people, good, might come. But my best customers is local.
Describe your relationship with your customers.
Well, I have a good relationship with my customers. Some of them will come and say, the water sweet? I laugh and I say, yeah man, you're always sweet. You put sugar in there? No, we don't put sugar in my coconut water. You know, and we have really good relationship. But they love my coconut meat.
You ever get any bad reviews for anything that you sell?
Well, there's some people that don't know how to keep the coconut. You understand? Some people will come, I explain to them, you cannot keep it in your car and drive around in the hot sun. It's going to spoil after 4 hours. Some people, they will do it. You understand? Do it the negative to what I tell them. And then they come back and they say, I have some coconut water and it's spoiled. I tell you, you cannot leave my product because I don't have no preservative in them. Nothing to keep them. You understand? It's a real thing you're getting, no preservatives.
No preservatives, no additives.
Right.
It's just coconut water.
So it's just coconut water. And it will spoil because it's like milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will never spoil freeze. So you can keep it as long as you want. And when you're ready for it, you go and you tar it out and you're good to go. It's just like fresh.